Hello and welcome back to DIY IT Department. In this session, we're going to be discussing with you how to back up your important information that you hold near and dear to your heart. Now, when I'm talking about backing up, I'm saying everything from pictures, videos, documents, all your sensitive financial information. So you're going to back this up onto an external hard drive, or you're going to back it up with a cloud system or cloud service like we discussed in the previous session. Now we're going to get started here in a second, but first of all, if you need any more further support, please look down into our support resource section of this video, and that will point you in the right direction. So we're going to come here and we're going to pull up the computer, and as we've learned on previous sessions, you have your C drive, which is where your operating system is loaded onto. This is also where Microsoft is saving all of your information. You have a recovery drive, which Microsoft sets up, and that's where it saves your restoral points, which we'll discuss in some further sessions. And then you have this My Book, which is the F drive. This is what I have set up as my external USB hard drive, and it's about a 2 terabyte external hard drive, and I have 1.39 terabytes free to use to back up. So to do a manual backup, we're going to close that down. We're going to go over here to admin, and admin is just a user on this computer, and it's the name that I named it is admin. So if we come here and we're going to go back to computer. So we got two computers pulled up. If you double click on C drive and then you double click on users, here are all the users of the PC. And if you highlight all the users, you right click it, you can copy it, and then you come over here to this drive, and I say I'm going to paste it right there. So again, that would be copy, and then highlight this, or excuse me, highlight the F drive, which is the My Book, and then you're going to say paste. And it's going to take all the user's information, even the public folder, and it's going to move it right over. Now you can do this another way, and that is the zip it. The zipping means basically compressing the files and make them smaller so that they will take up less storage space on the F drive or the external hard drive. So the zip it, you would highlight it, and then you would go to whatever zip program that you have set up, and you would say you could compress it separately or compress it to user.zip. So you can basically compress the file. Now, when you zip a file, you are not able to go in, you're not able to access the files anymore because it puts it in a zip. And so to access those files again, you would have to unzip the file to be able to go into the files just like how you would here where you can see everything. So I recommend doing probably one or the other when it comes to this. Either zip it and move it over or have the files themselves moved over. If you have the files themselves, the actual files, then it is going to take up more storage space on your external hard drive or whatever external storage space you want to put it. So that is how you would do it manually. Let's go in and talk about what program Microsoft has set up for you to be able to do this. So we're going to close these out. We're going to go to Start Menu. We're going to go to All Programs. Then we're going to go find Accessories. We're going to go to Accessories, and then we're going to go to System Tools. And here is the Backup Status and Configuration. So we're going to click on that. So this brings up a program that Microsoft has set up. I know that it's a program that is used in Microsoft Vista and 7. Microsoft XP, I think, is a little bit different, and it might be a lot more, it's not going to get all your files like this one is. So this is automatic file backup, and what you can do is you can, if you want to set your computer to back up to your external hard drive space on automatically on a schedule, you can click on that and run through it. And we'll go ahead and show you real quick. So you click on that and you say continue. It has found my external hard drive, which was that My Book, which was the F drive, and I'm going to say that I want to back it up on that. You can also back it up onto a network if you have a network set up. And I hit next, and then I would pick the ones that I want to back up. which the hard drive's automatically going to back up, which is the C drive, but you can also back up other places. And then I'd hit next. And then what do you want to back up? You can back up pictures, music, videos, emails, documents, TV shows, compressed files, additional files. So you can back everything up and hit next. And then you can tell it what time that you want it to back everything up. So you can set this up. You know, a lot of people are saying that I don't want to have to do this because it's going to take up a lot of time in my schedule, number one, and I'm on my computer all the time. Well, you can set this up to actually back up your information when you sleep, and then you don't have to worry about this is taking time out of my day to do this. So you can hit save settings and start backup, but we're not going to do that because we're going to back it up right now. So if you come back to this main screen, you got backup now, which will scan for new or updated files and add them to your backup. And then you can change backup settings. We'll change the settings that we were setting up here. So that's a good way for you to back it up. Now when it does back up, it does it and it zips it into a file format that Microsoft knows. And so it is a zipped file, so you can't go onto your external hard drive space and just pull up all of the files and documents, as freely as you would like. I would suggest that you do this in conjunction with the manual backup. And the reason why is sometimes when you do this, there is probably a 1% chance, but it has happened to me, is that Microsoft creates a corrupt file. And when it does that, it cannot restore the file back to when last time that we backed it up. So you do want to make sure that you are doing multiple, you're doing the manual backup and using Microsoft to back it up. So let's talk about restoral. You can do an advanced restoral, or you can restore your files from the backup that you made on the computer. Advanced is going to be restore files from backup made on another computer, or restore files for all users of this computer. So that means all the users that you have set up for the PC. And last but not least, if you are if you're having hard drive problems, or if you think that you want to transfer your information to another computer, you can use complete backup for your PC. What this is going to do is it's going to do a Windows Complete PC backup, create a backup copy of your entire computer, including programs, systems, settings, and files. And so this is a great way to move all your information off of one hard drive onto another. Another great thing is it does back up your programs and systems. So if you have a lot of software you have loaded onto your computer and it took you 10 years to load up all and collect all that software, this is a great way for you to back that up so you can restore it from the backup. And then create a backup now, back up everything needed to restore your system. So that's a way for you to create that as well. So this pretty much concludes the tutorial on backing up your system. Like I said again, I highly suggest you doing more than one backup. Do a manual backup, either zip or do the manual backup and non-zip. I'm going to include down in the resource section some zipping software to allow you to compress a file, and so you're able to compress it, save it so it's smaller, and then so you're also able to uncompress it. And definitely use the Windows software that's pre-installed for backing up your system so that you never ever lose your important information. We'll see you in our next session. We will be discussing the operating system and different ways to keep it running smooth and fast, and so we'll be taking that out in the next session. So we'll see you then.